Hello and good afternoon to all the panels and my supervisor. Today I'm going to present my final year project, which is CMIHealth system. It is a mobile application for the employees working in the chemical manufacturing industry to manage their health. So this presentation is going to talk about the project introduction, including background, aims, objectives, scopes, and the importance, and the comparison between existing system, and moving on the system development methodology that I use, which is iterative development, and the software and hardware component that I'm going to use, and including the SRS, SDD, and STD. These are the software documents that are required in this FIP project. So I'm going to touch all these things in this presentation. Okay, so the first one is the problem breakdown. According to the Physiominatong, in 2011, there are about 200,000 work-related deaths occur worldwide annually. Most of them are working in the chemical manufacturing industry. This is due to the chemicals trigger adverse effects on human health and also the quality of the ecosystem. Most of the chemicals cause the chronic diseases to those chemical manufacturing workers, such as the neurodegenerative disorders, kidney failure, and the autoimmune diseases. So, due to these diseases, we have to say that the health problems of the chemical manufacturing industry workers cannot be ignored. So that the idea of this project is going to help them to manage their health. So the project aims of my FIP is to develop a mobile application for the employees in chemical manufacturing industry to monitor and ensure their health, their mental and physical health. So these are the objectives of my FIP. The first one, to engineer requirements for the sustainable physical health, mental health, and productivity of employees in chemical manufacturing industry. And the second one is to design and develop a smart healthcare mobile application for sustainable well-being of employees in chemical manufacturing industry, and to test and evaluate technology that monitor physical health and mental health of employees in chemical manufacturing industry. So the scope of my FIP is to develop a CMIHealth mobile application. I will going to prepare the required software documents such as SRS, SDD, and SDD in this development, and the application will allow the employees working in the chemical manufacturing industry can manage their health easily to reduce the impact of being exposed or rated by these chemical substances. These are the comparison between the existing healthcare system that prepare or going to use by public user. So for the first one, the WebMD. WebMD is a multi-platform application. It can be used in laptop and also can be used in mobiles, in Android. So the features of WebMD is the symptom checker, online consultation, the medication reminder, and also the drug savings. And the other one, the Pulse and Ada application. These two are the mobile applications. They provide health assessment and the symptom checker. And for Pulse, it has more functionality which can do the online consultation and provide some dengue alert to the user. So according to the comparison between this existing system, I'm going to develop a CMIHealth application that contains some of the features of this application. I'm going to explain them after that. So as you can see here, the proposed system is a mobile application that can check user symptoms, the user can appoint online consultation with doctor, and doctor can conduct online consultation through this application, and the user can set their medication reminders, and they can record their medical history in these apps, and they can also record working status to make sure that they are under a health condition before they go into work or in the working environment. And they can also review the application user logs in CMIHealth. So the methodology that I use to develop the system is the iterative development. Why is it so? Due to the scenario, I have a clear and comprehensive requirements getting from my stakeholders have been defined, and their goals, and the goals are subject to change over time, if my stakeholders is willing to do so. The advantage of this methodology is the progress is easy to be measured, and the functional prototypes are developed early in the project lifecycle. And the last one is the operational product is delivered with every iteration, so that the progress of this application can be followed up and delivered to the stakeholders. These are the steps of the iterative development. For the iteration 1, we have planning, analysis, and design. We will prepare the software documents, SRS, SDD, and also STD in this iteration. For iteration 2, we will do the coding and deliver a testing product to the stakeholders and do some testing through the STD prepared before. And for the iteration 3, we will deliver a complete system to the stakeholders, and we will correct all the possible defects in this system. And so for the software and hardware component, I use the Word editor, Microsoft Word, to prepare all the documents that is needed in this FIP. And I also use the Figma application to prepare the prototype and the interface of the system. And for Enterprise Architect Windows application, I use it to draw all the required software documents, such as the use case specification, the entity relationship diagrams, the sequence diagram, and the activity diagrams. And for the web-based Windows application, I use to discuss with my supervisor about all the regarding all the requirements of FIP. And for the development, I'm going to use the Google Flutter. It's a mobile framework, and the Google Firebase Firestore as a backend database service to store all the data that I need to use, and a GitHub to control the version of the software, and some related SDK to make this application complete. The next one is the software requirements specification, SRS. SRS is basically prepared for the functional requirements and the non-functional requirements of the system. So as you can see, through this use case specification, there are 6 use cases provided in this application. The first one is the chat system, and the second one is conduct online consultation, and the third one is manage medical history, and the fourth one is manage medication reminder, and the fifth one is manage working state, and the sixth one is review user log. These use cases are going to be used to prepare the use case specification, the sequence diagram, and also the activity diagram. Through these documents, we can know and show the functional requirements of the system clearly, and the non-functional requirements is stated in the report but not included in this presentation. And the next one is the software design description, SDD. SDD is including the system architecture, the entity relationship diagram, the data entity, and the data type. As you can see, I use the MVC pattern in develop the system architecture. This is due to the high cohesion and low coupling features of this MVC. And this is the entity relationship diagram that I am going to use to develop my system. The clear view of this ERD diagram is included in the SDD document. And these are the entity name and the entity data type that I am going to use to develop my system. And these are the page navigation of the system in my application. There are two users in this application, which is the user and the doctor. The user can check the system and appoint or book an online consultation and manage their working status, and also they can set a medication reminder and record their medical history. So for the doctor is going to approve the appointment of the booking, and through this application the doctor can also conduct the online consultation with the user. And these are the interfaces of this application that I developed using the Figma tools. And so for the software testing description, this prepare all the test cases for each use case that is going to be tested in the iteration 2. And that's all for the presentation. Thank you.